This is Eric with Campus Voices. We're here with Harold+Meyerson, columnist for the Washington Post. Mr. Meyerson, what do you think of Denver so far?
What little I've seen of it, I like very much, and it's really kind of a nice combination of a city that's preserved some of its early 20th century buildings, along with the modern growth. And I particularly like it because I've spent most of the summer in Washington, D.C., which is a swamp, and it is not humid here. So that in itself makes Denver an inspired choice.
Are you looking forward to anything in particular this week?
Well, sure. I mean, I think the ultimate question, there's that W.H. Auden line, only connect. I think the ultimate question is Obama's ability to connect to a broader circle of Americans than the ones he's connected with so far, which he's done a very good job of. The intensity of Obama support among his core supporters is on a scale that we haven't seen in decades in American politics. So, but he has intensity, now he needs breadth, and he has to convince people at one and the same time that he's a genuine American, a genuine patriotic American, but then really address some of the things that a beleaguered middle class and working class has to hear, because the real distinctions between Obama and John McCain on these issues are huge.
So how do you think he can do that? I mean, we saw this morning with Governor Rendell that there are still a lot of problems between the two camps, particularly. How do you think he can unify the party and expand his base?
Well, that's something we're going to have to see over the next several nights, although, of course, to a certain degree that comes from both sides, and the Bill Clinton speech and Hillary Clinton speech are very important, perhaps the single most important things for unifying the party, and it's in their interests to, I think at this juncture, go entirely all out for Obama, because they want a future in a Democratic Party, very badly. So we'll see how that comes out.
We heard you have an interesting press credential on your neck today.
It's not press, this is staff. I am wearing this here in Denver on the 40th anniversary of the tumultuous Democratic Convention in Chicago, where I was 18 years old, working for Eugene McCarthy. This is a staff pass that got me into the convention hall on the Wednesday night of the convention. That was the night when there was the famous police riot outside the convention, and where Abe Ribicoff, the senator from Connecticut, said from the podium, nominating George McGovern then, if George McGovern were president, we wouldn't have these fascist tactics in the streets of Chicago. So whatever level of discord may be here this week, it ain't nothing compared to '68.
A lot's changed since then?
Well, the party is, in many ways, a more unified, uniform party. For all the bitterness that was present in some of the primary contests this year, it's worth remembering that the actual philosophic, programmatic, political differences among all the Democratic candidates were really pretty minor. Such was not the case back when the party had a segregationist wing, and it had hawks and doves in Vietnam. So certainly by those standards, it's a lot more unified today.